You are listening to A Scary State, and this week we're talking about creepy castles. So, Lauren,
Yes, Kenzie?
let's get creepy.
Ooh.
I know. I'm just sprinkling in these like little pizzazz things.
I mean, you have to. It's October.
Yeah.
These are spooky specials.
This is going to be our spookiest episode.
Is it?
I'm scared.
Ooh, okay.
My castle is scary.
I'm excited.
And I accidentally did scary things.
We love that. See, you're slowly making your way into the scariness.
It's always against my will. It is never because I want to.
You had
I tried to leave.
You had thousands of castles you could have chosen from.
Yes, and it would have been fine, but then I accidentally listened to something that scared me. So it made it scarier.
Good.
And then I did scary things.
You did? Okay. Please explain.
Okay, so one of my friends, listener of the show, hey Katie, had like a little girls' night, crafty Halloween fun.
Love it.
Went all out. It was absolutely adorable. Like, had wanted posters of all of us with like really crazy pictures. Mine was the best. In fact, it was so great because I was the only one that wasn't roasted. Mine was a picture of me holding up my master's degree, and it was like wanted for thinking they're smarter than everyone in the room. And I'm like, yes.
Not wrong.
And then she had like little airplane bottles, and she put like tissues over them to make it look like ghosts.
Cute.
You like had to pick a random one and then drink the shot.
How fun.
And then we did a craft with like making little ghosties out of like wall putty, whatever that shit's called.
Yeah.
Spackle. Mine, the image in my head did not connect with my hand. And so it didn't turn out quite how I wanted. I painted a little bit more with those like marker paint things. Actually found out I'm pretty fucking good at it.
Yep. So humble, so modest.
All the while trying to keep myself occupied. I need a task. I can't just sit there. And at first we were like, oh yeah, we'll bring a Ouija board. And I was like, no. And then before we even get there, two of my friends had ordered them to be delivered from Five Below.
Those spooky $5 Ouija boards.
Yes. Discount Ouija. They both arrived around the same exact time.
I hate it.
So do I. And I just, I was like,
Mm-mm.
And so at one point we went like on YouTube to like look up, do's and don'ts.
As you should, yes.
And we were watching one video. So we were watching one video and first he goes, don't do this. You should not do this. I have experienced nothing good happens. You shouldn't do it.
Right.
And I just looked at everybody.
Are we not going to listen to the man on the TV?
I was at first up against the couch, and like the board was like kind of not too far. I got up and I moved to the other side of the room.
Yep. Good.
Away from
proximity doesn't really matter, I don't think, but
let's hope not. So it's then going through, and you have to take it seriously. And I, again, look at my friends. Not a fucking soul was taking it seriously.
Right.
I'm like, you are asking for bad things to happen.
You're asking to be haunted.
And I told everybody, I was like, one of my friends, she's going to move it on purpose. It is her life's goal to freak people out. So she's going to move it. So no one can be trusted here.
Right.
So once I saw you have to take it seriously, I started to collect my things, and I was going to go into another room. And I was going to be like, let me know when you're done.
To tell the spirits, listen, I'm respectful. I'm taking this seriously. I'm going to go.
Yes. And we have a deal. I acknowledge their existence. They don't prove me otherwise.
There we go. Perfect.
So I'm sitting farther away, not very far, but farther away, just working on my little craft. Trying to be like, okay, you can ignore things. You don't have to look.
If I'm not looking at it, it's not happening.
Exactly. We were all very adamant. You have to say goodbye.
Thank you. Yes.
It's
even like your Snapchat of it. I was like, say goodbye.
Yes. So they start doing it, and they're like, I don't know, doing some chant, I guess. Some thing maybe to open it up.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I'm sitting in the corner. And I'm just like looking around at what's happening, and I just like put my head in my hands, and I'm like, oh my God, this is not good.
This is how we get haunted.
But no one answered.
Okay, see, this is my thought.
We called and no one answered.
There will be times, stories that I've read, where people are like, we tried the Ouija board, it didn't work. And then they start to notice creepy things happening around their house.
Well, guess what? It's not in my fucking house.
And as long as it didn't follow you home,
It didn't.
probably not.
Like I said, we have an understanding. I did not participate.
You have, and what's his name again? Albert or Alfred? Albert.
Albert.
Albert. He probably doesn't want any other ghosts there. When you had the teenage ghost, he was kind of probably annoyed, don't
I
want any
think
more.
She's finally gone.
Good.
Thank God. But yeah, no, I think the spirits knew I wasn't participating because these asshats were not going to take it seriously.
Right.
And I was like, I don't want to be a part of this. I only do respectful ghost things.
Yep.
And by that, I mean I don't do them.
That's why I'm able to remain respectful.
Right. So both of the boards were left at that house.
Ugh.
And they have a Witta baby.
Oh, my God.
We kept joking because like they had like the baby was obviously asleep, and so they had like a on their phone like the
Yeah.
monitor or whatever, but it's like a camera.
Mhm.
And so we were all joking that like we're gonna look into the monitor.
Oh my God,
and the baby's
stop.
gonna be like standing, staring into the camera.
Levitating.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, I hate it so much.
It was so much fun because it was just like hanging out. We wore comfy clothes.
Oh, the best.
I had a task the whole evening.
Amazing.
And I do my best when I have a task and can also be a part of a conversation.
Yes, I do love that.
It's amazing.
I get that.
Some people don't think that I'm capable of both, but they're wrong.
Yeah, if you practice enough, you get good at it.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
And I do it all the time because I watch TV and always do something else.
Yeah, I have my games that I play.
So.
I like can't watch TV just watching it. And I know
No.
that's probably an issue, but I have to I like have to be doing something.
Yes. Now there are times when I will need something to do, but I will also recognize sometimes it does grab my attention.
Yeah.
Like some documentaries have really been like, whoa, that kind of thing.
I have some TV shows, like
Yeah.
one or two, that I'm like, I don't want to miss a single thing.
Right.
So I'm not going to play on my phone.
If the ones for me that are more like procedural, so like I know the routine of what's going to happen,
Yeah.
I definitely need something to do.
Mhm.
But ones that are more like dramatic, like for Wednesday,
Mhm.
I have the thing in my hands, but I end up just watching it.
Yeah.
So
Joe and I
I can
finished
still get sucked in.
we finished Interview with the Vampire, like the TV show,
Mhm.
until the next season comes. And yeah, like there will be times when I was like on my phone, but there are other times when you're just like, oh my God.
Right.
Like you have to watch what's happening because you don't want
Right.
to miss anything.
Yes, exactly. So I have not watched the second season of Wednesday. It's on my list.
Still haven't?
Well, okay.
Oh, you're the kind of person who likes to wait till it's all out.
Well, it is all out.
Well, yeah, but that's why you didn't watch it like when it
Right.
first came out.
And I was waiting for Mom to leave
That's true.
because I knew she wouldn't want to watch it. And I don't want to watch something that's new while I have something to do because then I cannot pay attention to both.
Right.
So
right.
I had a lot to do this week.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't able to just sit and watch. And I knew that I couldn't make it like my bedtime show because I'd never go to bed.
Oh, yeah, no. You can't make anything interesting a bedtime show.
Right. So I'll get there. I will. But yeah, so again, against my will, and I didn't have a good time. Well, I mean, I did have a good time, but for those like 2 minutes that we did that, I didn't have a good time.
Yeah.
I wasn't having fun. I was really nervous.
I would have been too.
And
Like when we went to that museum in Massachusetts,
Yeah.
and Joe like put his fingers on the Ouija board. He's like, Lauren, come play. I said, stop that, move it to goodbye right now and walk away.
yeah. So there you go.
There you go.
My first and hopefully last.
Wow, you were so brave.
I did feel a little silly when I got up and go to the room, and Katie was like, no, it'll be fine. Like, I promise it, and if you really get worried, like you can come in here and close the door. And I was like, okay. You're a grown ass woman.
Until they all get haunted.
Go sit out.
You know what? One of our state facts, we'll do like some state facts and we'll do Ouija board facts.
I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm saying, as my friend, we should be thinking positively that I'm fine.
No, you're fine. Your other friends, though.
Not my problem.
No, that's why I'm saying we do the Ouija board facts for them.
But
So they know the
quote,
error of their
don't
ways.
believe in it.
Until something wants to prove them otherwise.
I'll just let stuff happen and they can report back, and then I can say I told you so.
I hope something happens.
Well, hopefully because there's a baby in the house that
No, the baby's fine.
yeah.
I hope everyone's fine. I
Yeah.
hope they just get, like, a little spook.
Well, and they have, I think, 2 black cats.
No!
I'm not right afterwards, the cat was on the stairs,
Oh my god.
and so everyone looks up. I have my back against the stairs. So I whip it around. I'm like, "Oh, what's that?" His cat. And then at one point, like, I'm just, like, doing my craft, and I look up, and it's sitting right there. I'm like, "Ugh."
I do love black cats.
He
Before I was, like, deathly allergic to them,
Yes.
we had black cats.
He was a sweetie. I was just on edge.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, as you should have been.
He tried to sit on my markers, and I was like, "No, dude. I
Oh,
need to use this." So
but it was probably nice and warm from your hand.
I shoved him off.
Go.
Move. So, but yeah.
Oh, you were so brave, though.
Yeah. Thanks. Um, I can't believe this happened to me
I can't either.
when I worked so hard to make sure it doesn't.
I know. You avoid all the spooky things, and then something's like, there's nowhere for you to go.
And everyone's like, man, I was like, I love Halloween. They're like, you can't like Halloween. You're afraid of everything. And I said, I like spooky. I don't like scary. And there is a
Mm.
difference.
There is a difference.
Spooky's cute.
Yeah.
Scary
It's scary.
is scary.
I agree. I understand that one.
So, and that's just the start because when I get to my castle, I'm then going to have to tell you about the really scary podcast episode I listened to about my castle.
Oh, I'm
on
so
accident.
excited. I'm so excited. All right, so should we jump into some of our creepy castle facts?
We might as well.
So built in 1377, Bran Castle sits on the border of Transylvania and Wallachia in modern-day
I feel
Romania.
like it's not Wallachia. That sounds more like,
Wallachia.
yeah, that sounds better.
In
Or
modern
like Wallachia. Oh, no. Yeah, Wallachia. Yeah.
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 Modern-day Romania, overlooking a strategic mountain pass. It was originally constructed as a fortress to defend against Ottoman invasions and to protect a vital trade route. The castle's design is a mix of Gothic, Renaissance, and medieval architecture, with narrow staircases, hidden passages, and stone walls that add to its eerie atmosphere. Did you know there's like a castle kind of like, maybe not a castle, there's like a thing in DC,
Mhm.
and it's known to have like hidden passageways.
Hmm.
And so you can go and you can explore and walk around and stuff. And I
Mhm.
think there's like 13 of them, and you have to like, you can try to find all of them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
we should go one day.
It's hard to imagine something built in 1377.
I know.
Like,
Like for us, it's like, oh, it was built in 17, whatever. Oh my
Right.
God.
13?
Right, 13.
That's crazy.
Although Bram Stoker never visited Romania, Bran Castle inspired his description of Count Dracula's castle in his 1897 novel. There's no historical evidence that Vlad the Impaler, or Vlad the Third Dracula, Vlad III Dracula? What?
Vlad the Third.
Dracula.
Dracula.
Yeah,
Vlad III Dracula.
I don't know. The real life inspiration for Dracula ever lived or even stayed there, though he might have passed through it.
This might have been one of those mistakes where it should have said Vlad Dracula and then the third.
Yeah, see, so don't.
I figured, okay.
The link between Vlad Dracula and Bran Castle was largely a 20th century marketing creation, especially promoted after the success of Dracula films.
Fair.
In the 1920s, the castle was gifted to Queen Marie of Romania, who restored it into a royal summer residence.
Nice.
Just having a castle, that's your royal summer residence.
Just casually.
She filled the castle with art, antiques, and rich furniture, turning the once fortified stronghold into a cozy romantic retreat.
Love that.
I
Just need
do
a woman instead.
too. Yeah, exactly. Local legends speak of ghostly moans and footsteps echoing through the halls at night. Some stories say a headless monk and a weeping woman have been seen wandering the corridors. The castle's dark underground tunnels and secret staircases add to its reputation as one of Europe's most haunted sites.
Dun dun dun.
Bran Castle is now a major tourist attraction, often marketed as Dracula's Castle. In 2009, the Romanian royal family regained ownership, and it's been open to the public as a museum. It's rumored that in 2014, the castle was quietly offered for sale with an estimated value of over $80 million.
Yeah.
Whoa. The castle has even hosted Halloween parties and Dracula-themed events, adding to its pop culture
I
fame.
would hope so.
I would
L-
totally go.
Lean into it.
You have to.
Yeah.
People who don't lean into the spooky things don't deserve to have the spooky things. Bran Castle has appeared in countless documentaries, films, and TV shows, cementing its status as one of the world's most iconic haunted locations. The castle inspired imagery in Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula from 1992 and other vampire media. It draws nearly 500,000 visitors per year, especially around Halloween.
There you go.
There you go.
So now we have just regular old castle facts. My tummy hurts. We're gonna have to make this quick.
What happens when you have McDonald's
Yeah.
mixed with drinks?
Yeah. And I have my period, so it's all.
Oh my God, just a trifecta.
So, castles were designed to terrify. Medieval castles weren't just fortresses, they were psychological weapons. Their towering walls, arrow slits.
Arrow slits,
Arrow
like
slits.
where you can shoot arrows out of.
Yeah, nice. Massive iron gates were meant to intimidate enemies and symbolize absolute power. Sorry. Some even had murder holes. Openings above the gates used to pour boiling oil, tar, or stones on intruders.
I mean, don't be intruding on the castle.
Right. Goes without saying, many castles are said to be haunted. Across Europe, hundreds of castles claim ghostly residents, from headless knights and betrayed queens to monks who never left. For instance, the one that I tried to say last time, Chateau de Brissac
Sounds great.
in France is haunted by the Green Lady, the ghost of a woman murdered by her husband for infidelity. And everyone always says that the way we say Edinburgh is not how you say it.
How is it supposed to be said?
It's like Edinburgh.
I don't think so.
It's like, it's like how here they go like wall and like you don't actually hear it. It's
Yes.
something like that, but not that. I don't know. Anyway, the Edinburgh Castle is notorious for ghostly drummers and prisoners of war who still roam its dungeons. Dungeons were real and gruesome.
Ugh.
Many castles contained actual torture chambers used during interrogations or punishments. Tools like the rack, the Iron Maiden, and the
Abilette.
the Forgotten Place. More on that later.
Oh, you're going to talk about it?
Were-
Oh, beautiful.
Were used to imprison or slowly kill captives. The damp, airless dungeons beneath castles often lead to legends of tormented souls still trapped below.
Yeah, not surprising.
Some castles Some castles were built on ancient sacred ground.
It's the best when it's wrong. You keep trying to push on.
I really do. I'm trying to persevere. Okay. Some castles were built.
Stop. Ooh, okay, I'm ready. Oh. Okay, I'm ready.
She's like sobbing.
Okay.
Never seen this happen before.
Look at my sleeves.
You ready?
Yes.
Some castles were built on ancient sacred ground.
There you go.
Thank you. Archaeologists have found that certain castles were constructed on pagan sites, burial grounds, or ancient hill forts, possibly to claim the spiritual power of the land, so it was purposeful.
Mine has some purpose as well.
This may explain why so many are associated with strange energies, hauntings, and curses. Speaking of curses, there are a lot of royal curses and tragic deaths with castles.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Right. Many royal families faced mysterious illnesses, betrayals, or violent death within the castle walls.
Betrayals.
The Chillingham Castle.
Chilling.
Chillingham? I feel like that's not a real place.
It could be.
Like, it's not Buckingham.
No,
Well, I
there
guess
are
it's
more than
palace.
there's more than one
I don't know,
ham.
Chillingham doesn't sound like a real place.
Chillingham. Yeah. It's in Chillingham, England.
Okay. Well, at the Chillingham Castle in England, the ghost of the Blue Boy is said to cry out from the walls where his skeleton was found.
Ew.
Okay. Some castles have never been conquered, but still felt a tragedy. So there's a castle in Germany.
Try it. Neuschwanstein.
Actually, that sounds pretty good.
Thanks.
Neuschwanstein Castle in Germany, one of the most famous fairy tale castles,
Ooh.
was never attacked, yet its creator, King Ludwig II, mysteriously drowned under suspicious circumstances shortly after it was built.
Interesting.
I think I've seen this castle. Like, I think it's the one that inspires, like, all the things.
All
It's
the other
very pretty.
castles?
I think it's very pretty.
Okay. After we do these, I
It's
want to
not
look it up.
like dark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Cinderella's castle.
Right.
Nice.
His death gave rise to ghost stories claiming his spirit still watches over the castle he never got to enjoy.
Oh.
So, of course, there's also echoes from the past that remain. Visitors have reported phantom footsteps, cold spots, music, and whispers in castles worldwide. Some ghost tours even use infrared and EMF detectors to pick up unexplained activity. Whether it's crumbling battlements or lavish ballrooms, castles carry centuries of trauma, bloodshed, and secrets within their stone walls. Castles also inspired Gothic horror and vampire lore, as we
Just
just
talked
read.
about.
Castles like Bran and Ponari, Vlad the Impaler's real fortress, helped shape the image of Dracula's eerie mountain stronghold. Gothic writers like Bram Stoker and Horace Walpole used castles as symbols of decay, forbidden love, and supernatural dread. I wonder what the other guy wrote.
I don't know.
I never heard of him before. Even modern horror, The Crimson Peak to The Haunting of Bly Manor, draws on the ideas of castles' ghostly isolation.
Yeah, the Haunting of Bly Manor is good.
Many are still standing and still active. Some haunted castles now serve as hotels, museums, or event venues where people can literally spend the night with ghosts. Others remain private estates where descendants still claim to hear the sounds of their ancestors echoing through the walls.
I mean, that'd be kind of cool.
And behind every stone, there is a story. From betrayal to bloodshed to romance and revenge, every castle hides centuries of human drama. Whether haunted or not, their walls have witnessed the best and the worst of humanity. And perhaps that's what makes them feel so alive, even in death.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
I love a good castle.
Love a good castle.
I have this dress that I bought, and all I want to do is run through a castle in this dress.
Okay.
Like castle hallways, big dresses. Oh, it'd be fun.
It's oddly specific.
I know. It's what I want. But we don't really have any castles in the US that
No,
offer that.
there was like two, and one of them was the estate thingy you talked about.
Oh,
I was like, well, that's a house.
yeah, that's not really a castle.
And I forget what the other one was. But
There is a castle in Vermont, but it's just the ruins of a castle.
you
So,
put up tents and pretend they're hallways.
just kidding. It's not Vermont. It's New Hampshire. That's why I didn't cover it, because it wasn't the state we were doing next. Yeah, put up tents and pretend they're hallways. That's creepy.
Yeah, we can paint them to look like stones.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
Put like, the little banner flag thingies, creepy old portraits of people.
That's all I want.
We'll never know the difference.
I won't.
So there you go. Wish granted.
Grish.
Wish granted. Wish granted.
Wish granted.
Yes.
Thank you.
Pew. That was the fairy dust.
The fairy dust. So that's on our creepy castles.
Yes. What's spooky to you pouring, Lauren?
Today, I'm taking you to the Czech Republic in the municipality of Bloodshed
Okay.
in the Liberec region,
Okay.
about 47 kilometers or 29 miles north of Prague.
Yes, of course.
Yes. Here we have one of the best preserved castles of the period, built in the Gothic style, the Houska Castle. And fun fact, Houska means a braided bread roll in Czech, so bread castle.
Nice.
The Houska Castle was built in the later half of the 13th century, most likely on the orders of Bohemian ruler Ottokar II of Bohemia during his reign between 1253 and 1278.
I never knew there was a Bohemia.
I didn't either.
I didn't know Bohemian used to be people.
I have no idea where Bohemia even is.
I don't think it's a place anymore.
Oh, no, not like Constantinople.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Constantinople.
Constantinople. It is believed that it was built to be used as an administrative center for which the extensive royal estates could be managed.
Interesting.
I know.
Like thinking that you said 12th century.
Uh-huh.
So
Well,
that's-
1200s.
no, 12th century would be 13.
Right. So this
Yeah.
would be the 11th century.
Yeah. Wait.
No, 13th century.
So 12? So 14?
No, this
It's
is
always-
13th century.
Yes.
So it was done in the 1200s.
We're one behind
No, I think we're one ahead.
because this is 21st century and we're
In the
20.
2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was the 13th century.
So it would have been 1200s.
1200s. Yeah.
Long ass fucking time ago.
A really long time ago.
Point being that.
Who would have thought we would have had administrative things?
Right. Like
then?
the thought that they would have thought, okay, we need a place to organize everything.
Yeah.
We'll make an administrative building. We'll keep the files in here. Susie will make sure that everyone gets to it. Like, what the fuck?
Right. The castle included a Gothic chapel, a knight's drawing room, and a green chapel with late Gothic paintings.
What's a drawing room?
I never knew.
Hmm.
I don't think it's where people go to draw.
Exactly. Yeah. But what is it?
I don't know.
Obviously used to mean something different.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Maybe it's like a parlor.
Yep, let's go with that.
Okay.
It's a parlor. From then, it passed on from one owner to another, but its location was peculiar. The castle was built on a cliff in an area of dense forests, swamps, and mountains, and had nothing to provide for extra fortification.
Well, it was just an administration building.
Yeah. A lot of the outside windows are also fake, as in glass put on top of the outside of brick.
Oh?
And a lot of that fortification was facing in rather than out.
What does that mean?
So any, if you have, things on the outside to make you look scary, they were pointing inside instead.
Oh.
It also had no running water and no source of water either. Instead, rainwater would be collected in a cistern, which is like a tank used for storing water.
Mm-hmm.
There was no kitchen. And it was also far from any trade routes, which in turn meant it was far away from any other large civilization.
But it's an administrative building. Why would they need a kitchen?
Well, at that point, it was an administrative building. When it passes on from owner to owner, they're going to want to live in it.
Right.
Yeah.
I kept thinking it was just for administrative.
You can only use this as an administrative building.
Exactly. You cannot live here.
No, so all the new owners, would want to live in it.
Yeah.
From 1584 to 1590, the castle was renovated and given some Renaissance-style modifications.
It's so funny to me when we use words like renovated.
I know.
For something that happened so long ago.
I know.
That sounds too modern.
It does. So I only read this in one source, but apparently in 1639, the Swedish mercenary,
not
the
so hard,
Swedish,
is it? Not so easy.
Yeah, not so hard.
Mm.
Actually, I didn't read it in one source. When I wrote this sentence, I'd only read it in one source, but then I read it in a couple more.
Okay.
So it was found in more than one source.
Good.
The Swedish mercenary leader, alchemist, and black magician Aronton lived here.
Oh.
He was often found in his laboratory, because he made it a laboratory, performing unsavory experiments.
My laboratory.
It is also believed that he was working on discovering the elixir of eternal life.
I think there's a story written about him too.
Really?
Vlad the Impaler's inspiring Dracula. Because I'm pretty sure there's the alchemist or something like that.
But there's always an alchemist.
Yes.
Also, while he was here, his soldiers became a terror to the local village people.
That's not nice.
That is until one night when two brave hunters snuck up to the Houska in the middle of the night and shot Aronton through a window while he was working in his lab.
I thought there were no windows. I thought there were fake windows.
There are fake windows, but they're also real windows.
Oh.
They don't live in just a box.
I didn't think it was a box. Thought it was a cylinder. I'm thinking a large tower.
No, it's like a castle.
Oh.
But I have pictures. I'll show you pictures. Over time, though, in the 18th century, it stopped serving as a noble residence and soon fell into a state of disrepair. But in 1823, it was renovated.
Wait, when did it fall into disrepair? What year did that start?
18th century.
Okay.
Then in 1823, it was renovated.
Okay. Because I was like, that'd be crazy if it sat vacant for 300 fucking years.
No. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Then in 1836, Czech poet Harold Hynek Macha spent a night at Houska.
Harold Hynek? I like that. That's fun. Harold Hynek.
Or Carol Hynek. Something Hynek. While there, Macha is how I referred him.
Okay.
Experienced a terrible vision. He described his soul descending into a pit and then being transported into a hellish merchandised future, Prague in 2006, while he walked in horror and despair.
Wait. Stop. Back up.
So yeah, he's in 1836. And he's like, I was transported to Prague 2006.
And what did he see?
Just horror and despair.
Well, I don't remember 2006 being...
I don't either.
Typically despairable.
Also in his vision, he met a girl. She showed him moving pictures in a small casket. This was years before moving pictures were a thing, like what soon became movies.
Yeah.
He also walked along high sandstone cliffs that had holes which all projected an eerie yellow light.
Nope.
In 1897, Princess
Hohenlohe. Sorry.
What?
From Princess Diaries. Oh. Princess Mionette Rinaldi something. I can't remember the whole thing. Princess of Genovia.
This is Princess Hohenlohe.
Hohenlohe?
Uh-huh.
Beautiful.
She purchased the castle, and she lived there until 1924 when Joseph Simonek, president of Sakota, purchased it.
Sakota.
As of 2020, it was still being owned by his descendants, but in 1999, it had been reopened. It had been open to the public. But there was a brief period during World War II when the Wehrmacht, nope, that's so wrong. Wehrmacht.
I don't know what that is.
They occupied the castle from 1939 to 1945. The Wehrmacht were the unified armed forces of Nazi Germany.
Oh, yeah, that I figured.
Yep. While here, it is said that the Nazis conducted experiments into the occult and maybe knew of a legendary gateway to hell and wanted to try to harness its powers.
Hitler was huge.
Yes, he
for
was.
doing that kind of shit.
Yes, he was.
Like psychics,
Mhm.
all that kind of good stuff.
All the dark stuff.
Yeah,
Locals claim that they heard strange noises and saw bright lights coming from the castle.
sure they did.
There have been sources that have reported, quote, multiple myths about their supposed occult involvements there and that the Nazis were using the powers of hell for their experiments, mostly experiments on people.
Yeah.
One article said that maybe Houska was used by the Nazis as a secret breeding farm,
Ew.
a place where young women of acceptable blood were used to help breed the master race with the strong SS soldiers.
That's awful.
But, like, not far-fetched.
No.
Looking at the Houska Castle, it may seem weird why it was built here. Like I said, no running water, not near any routes.
Does it have running water at this point?
I
Did
don't
they put
know.
in plumbing finally?
Maybe? But it just seems like a poor location overall.
Yeah.
But there is an important reason why this location was picked. The castle, but more specifically the Gothic chapel, was constructed legit over a large hole in the ground.
Oh.
A hole that was known as a gateway to hell.
Okay.
It is allegedly so deep that no one can see the bottom of it. So imagine, before the castle was built, there was just this hole on a cliff.
Interesting.
A very deep hole that no one knew the origins of. Out of this hole, people claimed that animal-human hybrids climbed out and dark-winged otherworldly creatures were seen flying to and from the hole.
Did they really?
That's what people said. People in the village said that these half-human, half-animal creatures would crawl out of the pit at night and make their way into the village down below. They would then grab all of the villagers and bring them into the pit, never to be seen again. But of the few who did return, they didn't come back the same. They were completely changed, disturbed, confused, and delirious. The locals also feared that walking by the site in general was dangerous. They believed that anyone who passed near the site was in danger of being changed into one of the creatures of the pit. Locals hated this hole and feared it, so they tried to fill the hole in with rocks. But no matter what they dropped in, it was swallowed by the hole with no visible effect. The locals were incredibly curious about what could be at the bottom of the hole, so they decided to find a way to do so. Any prisoner who was sentenced to death in the area was offered a pardon, a get-out-of-jail-free card if they agreed to one thing. They would be offered that pardon if they consented to being lowered by rope into the hole and report back what they saw.
No, I'll stay in jail.
Of course, the prisoners, unlike Mackenzie, jumped at this opportunity. How bad could it be, right? And doing this one thing would guarantee that they would be released after.
I would stay in jail. If all of them make it back, then I would do it.
Good point. I wouldn't want to be the first.
Absolutely not.
Well, one young prisoner was the first to try to get
Was
out.
he the first and the last?
No.
Okay.
When he was lowered, just seconds after he was out of view of those outside of the hole, he started screaming in pure agony. He frantically begged to be pulled back, so he was quickly pulled back up to the surface. When everyone saw him, they were terrified. In the few seconds he had been in the hole, he had appeared to have aged 30 years, which is a very common thing of going into holes, apparently.
I was going to say,
because I talked about a well.
Yes. I
Yes.
was like, I feel like I've heard this trope before.
Yes. He had wrinkles and his hair had turned white. The man didn't want to speak about the things he saw in the pit, and just a few days later, he died from unknown causes.
Well, and that's, that's how it always goes in those types of things. For you, it's like 2 seconds, but for them, it's been this like eternity because time is warped and slows down.
Yeah, time just doesn't make sense.
It's crazy.
After that experience, no prisoner wanted to be lowered into the hole. What happened to the other prisoner was far too scary for them.
Duh.
But this experiment was repeated many times, this time with unwilling participants.
Oh, good.
But each time the same results would occur.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Unsure of what to do about the dangerous hole, a huge stone slab was placed on top.
That's a good idea.
On top of that was a castle, and right over the hole was where the Gothic chapel was placed.
I was probably purposeful.
Oh, 100% purposeful. That's why they did it.
Yeah.
The chapel is dedicated to the Archangel Michael, the leader of God's armies in the fight against the hordes of hell.
Huh.
Fitting.
Yeah.
The Gothic-style walls of the chapel have been constructed facing inward, potentially in a way to keep the demons trapped in the lower level's thickest walls.
I still don't understand that.
Why?
Walls inward?
Like any drawings and gargoyles, I would assume, and all of that stuff is facing in.
Like it's inside or
It's
just...
inside.
Okay.
Like facing the hole.
Yeah.
The walls of the chapel are decorated with many frescoes and murals.
A what?
A fresco. It's like a mural, like a painting on the wall.
Okay.
Like a mural.
Yeah.
Michael appears in 2 scenes in these murals. In one, he's fighting a dragon, a known symbol of evil, and in the other, he holds a sword in one hand and a set of scales in the other and is weighing souls at the last judgment.
I'm sad we don't have dragons anymore.
If they were small, that'd be kind of cute.
100%.
There are also scenes of the crucifixion and of St. Christopher, the patron saint of travelers. Those who have visited said that the murals include, quote, pictures of demon-like figures and animal-like beings, to include dragons, demonic creatures, and pagan rituals.
So is this then the story depicted from that one painting? Or was the painting created because of the story?
I think so all of the creatures and stuff was before they built the chapel. So they built the paintings because of that story.
Okay.
Another creature added to the murals is a female centaur who is left-handed with the upper body of a woman.
Not left-handed.
I get to it. And the lower body of a horse. In her right hand, she is holding a bow, and with her left, she is aiming an arrow at a human figure. Left-handedness was often referred to as a token of evilness and associated with Satan.
Yeah, I mean, even up until recently, like in the last
10 years.
Not 10, 100 years or so.
Yeah.
It was looked at as like a disability.
Yeah. We read about that in our superstitions. That was like one of the superstitions was about left-handedness. The evil may still be seeping out, though, because dead birds are often found in the castle's inner courtyard, seemingly just plucked from the air. It is also said that there are many underground passages and spaces underneath the castle in which, quote, certain things and skeletons of non-humans are said to be buried.
Well, you put shit on top of a hole and then you're going to build hallways? That's dumb.
What do you expect is going to happen?
Right.
There have also been rumors of human sacrifices that have been entombed alive within the walls of the castle to keep the underworld forces at bay.
Oh.
Do you talk about the entombing thing?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't have that.
Oh, okay. So that thing that you brought up in the intro where it was like I can't remember what it's called.
Amulet?
Yes. Those were literally, it would be a shoot kind of.
No, my castle has one.
Oh, so you talk about it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But not in the same way.
Oh, yeah. This was just human sacrifices instead of people who were punished.
Yeah. This was just a hole.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah.
The castle is known to also be home to a few spirits, of course.
I would hope so.
Those include a bullfrog/human creature who is said to roam the castle halls, usually heard grumbling to himself.
Did you ever see the second Spy Kids?
Probably. I did, but I don't remember it. It's been a while.
Oh, I guess, okay. Then this reference is useless.
Is it the bullfrog thingies?
Yeah.
I think I do have this vague.
Well, because there was that weird scientist guy that was combining animals.
Oh, yeah.
And making them. That's what I'm imagining right now.
Probably. Some believe this creature was one that made it out of the hole and is now roaming, unable to get back in.
Didn't you say someone used it as a laboratory?
Oh, look at that connection.
There you go.
A headless ghost with blood gushing out of his wound. A faceless figure who is draped in a monk's hood. It is said this figure appears at night in and around the castle. Usually this figure is seen guarding the pit. Then we have an old woman, a lady in white.
There's no direct access to this thing, right?
To the pit?
Yeah, to the hole that they covered up.
No.
Okay.
Because it's covered up now.
Right.
A group of spirits bound together by chains who shuffle around the castle. Jeez. Shadow people, as well as the remains of demonic beasts who escaped the pit. There have even been some reported poltergeist activity.
Damn.
Some claim that visiting the castle brings bad luck, as many people who have visited have shared that upon leaving, they experience extremely bad luck. There are even some who say that they feel an irresistible aversion to even entering the castle in the first place.
Yeah, sounds good.
One experience is that of Hannah McGee, owner-operator of McGee's Ghost Tours in Prague.
Love it.
I also got a lot of good information from her website, mcgeesghosttours.com. She and co-founder Tyler McGee first visited the castle one winter with their dogs. Hannah said that the moment she entered the courtyard, the one that usually has the dead birds, she felt extremely uneasy. Her dog, Bobo, started barking and was becoming very excited, with nothing to provoke that sort of reaction. Tyler said that he had the feeling like he was being watched or followed by a predatory being the entire time they were on the premises.
Ew.
Later that day, when they finally returned to Prague, the McGees parked their car in the city center while they did their routine nightly ghost tour. A little more than an hour later, when they returned, their vehicle had vanished.
Uh-oh.
The police were able to find it a few hours later, already stripped of its valuables and completely trashed.
That sucks.
Yeah. Those who've been brave enough to venture inside have reported all different types of experiences. Visitors have also reported hearing disembodied voices, unexplainable whispers, and banging noises. The screams of the dams, cries, and scratches have all been heard in the chapel under the stone that covers the endless pit.
No. Absolutely not.
The scratching sounds as if something is beneath the stone trying to get out.
Fuck that.
Some figures have been caught on film. Many people have captured EVPs, and technical malfunctions are a common experience. The temperature will drastically drop. There was one story
I
when,
mean, it's a fucking stone castle. It's
well,
probably
yeah, but
chilly.
like to the point, like as if you're walking through a ghost.
I guess.
There was one story where all of the cars in the parking lot suddenly wouldn't start until a priest came and blessed the cars with holy water.
That's weird.
The castle has been used by many as a meeting place for experts on the occult, UFOs, and paranormal phenomena of all kinds.
So you're just asking for shit to
I
come.
know. You're like, I know we're haunted. We're just going to keep bringing it in.
Right.
It is also the site of many conferences and events. Some of these experts believe that Houska
What
Castle,
kind of fucking conference is happening at this castle?
occults, UFOs, and paranormal.
Yeah.
Some of these experts believe that Houska Castle was built according to principles of sacred geometry and consequently may be a portal of teleportation or time travel.
Of geometry?
Sacred geometry.
There's such a thing?
I guess so.
Sacred geometry. Interesting.
And if that doesn't bother you, the castle offers guided tours every hour. And just
Yeah.
outside of the castle, inside the former carriage house, guests can visit a hand-carved lime wood inferno inspired by Dante's Divine Comedy.
No, thank you.
And there you have the Houska Castle.
Doesn't sound pleasant.
No, like I said, there are some places that I want to go and like try it out. This is not one of them.
Yeah. No, this doesn't sound like a good time.
And it just like you'll see when you look at the pictures, there's like interior views of the chapel and they're all kind of creepy.
Yeah, just bad
They're
vibes
just
all
like
around.
dark.
Yeah.
And the castle is like what you would picture in like I know we're in the Czech Republic, but like if you picture Romania, like cold,
You know,
dark,
Yeah.
snow.
It's the Slavic countries.
Yes,
Yeah.
this place is like spot on for it.
Yeah. Wow. Well, all right, cool. Cross that off our list.
Yeah, don't ever need to go there. That is not a castle whose halls I want to run through.
Yeah. Good. That's good. We'll find a better one for sure.
Thank you.
We can go to the one that's used for like fairy tales
Okay, yes,
in Germany.
a dream.
Yes, exactly. Be like, excuse me, people, step aside. We need to do some running.
But I'll be smart. I'll do it in tennis shoes, not heels, because
Of course not.
yeah,
And
I'm not coordinated enough to run heels.
You learned from Cinderella's mistakes.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, for sure. Well, very nice. Very
Thank you.
interesting.
Thank you.
So there you go. What a roller coaster of things, from an administrative building to a dwelling
I know.
to
A laboratory, a laboratory.
a laboratory. Didi, stay out my laboratory.
Okay, Mackenzie,
All right.
I got some for you.
Hit me
Okay,
with the first one.
what creepy tale you got for me, Kenzie?
Doesn't rhyme.
Me, Kenzie.
Okay, say it again.
What creepy tale you got for me, Kenzie? Your name is really hard to rhyme with. The only things are like me and a couple words. No, one word. Frenzy. So you'll hear a lot of these that are like,
Lauren doesn't rhyme with a
Me.
lot of things either, except for porn.
at least it's a noun. No.
What?
Verb?
That's a verb.
Okay, so how do we feel about what creepy tale you got for me, Kenzie?
No.
No? Okay,
Mm-mm.
we'll do a little X next to this one.
Yeah.
I got 7 more for you. So
All right.
throughout the next episodes, we'll find one.
I appreciate the effort.
And this was with my help and ChatGPT. So I'm using all of my resources here.
Okay. We got bound to find one we like.
I hope so.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead.
So this castle is 100% the type to be in a scary movie. And the fact that someone lives there is full-time is insane.
Okay.
And I accidentally listened to a spooky podcast to get some info on this place. So
I'm so proud of you.
no,
No. Okay.
because I clicked on it because I just wanted to hear some background information, and
Right.
then, I'll read about it and whatnot. So when it starts, I can tell it's like a storytelling kind of thing.
Okay.
So it talks like the things that I'm going to talk about, it talks about those stories, but like more of like first person, or like you're living out the event or whatever.
Oh, how fun.
To start, yes. Because most of the things that were shared were like, murder, mayhem, things like that.
What you would expect, yes.
Right. And I've heard this guy, he was on another podcast I listened to. So he's a really good he has a great voice for storytelling.
Mhm.
So that's why I also wanted to keep listening.
Right.
So,
He just draws you in.
right. So it was fine because, like I said, it was just murder mayhem. It's fine. And then it gets towards the end and it starts talking about one of the spirits I'm going to be talking about
Okay.
today. And it's fucking creepy.
Okay.
It's scary.
I'm ready.
And so as I was listening to it, I was like putting new stickers on my water bottle and just like, doing.
Trying to do like the fun, cutesy things.
Yeah, like I washed dishes. I took care of my plants just to kill some time.
Right. Yeah.
While I listened. And as I was putting the stickers on my water bottle and it was talking about that part, I like looked behind me. I was like, I don't like this.
I feel eyes on me.
Yes. And then I go and I'm sitting on the couch listening to the last part. And it starts talking about, again, the ghost I'm going to be talking about today. And it's first person. And it's like you're walking past this castle. And off in the distance, you see like two small figures of what looks like, girls or whatever. And I was like, nope, I'm done.
But now we'll never know about the two girl figures.
Yes, we will, because I'm going to tell you.
Thank God.
I figured it was that story.
Cliffhanger.
Oh, it was just the way he was telling it. He was like dark figures or whatever. And it was the little girls.
Like, no, I would rather read this. Thank you.
Yeah. No, it was especially because there's one thing about one of the girls that like would make her freakier looking.
Oh, okay.
This place is scary.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
I'm also going to butcher the Irish words and names, but I'm trying my best.
You're trying, and that's all that matters. Really, that's all I could ask for.
Thank you. Leap Castle has deep roots in Irish history. Dating back to the early 1500s, Wikipedia says 1250, but the castle's website says 1500s. The castle was occupied by the O'Bannon clan, who were the secondary chieftains, so like second in command, under the ruling of the O'Carroll clan.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's Carroll. Sorry if it's not. It is thought that the castle was built over an already existing building.
Oh.
Druids possibly used the area as their initiation ceremony. That could be where the 1250 comes from, because Druids were a high-ranking priestly class in ancient Celtic cultures. So that might be why some date it of like then, because technically there might have been like a building or whatever that was then built into the castle.
Oh, okay.
So I guess I'm guessing. Okay.
Fun.
So the castle was originally named Liam Uwi Bahanen.
Beautiful.
I'm so sorry. Which means leap of the O'Bannons. So
okay.
Leap Castle.
Leap Castle.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
The bloody history of this place starts right at the beginning. Legend says that two of the O'Bannon brothers were contesting the chieftaincy of their clan. The brothers decided that the best way to settle the argument was a display of strength and bravery.
Yes, as men do.
So they came up with jumping off the rocky outcrop where the castle was built.
Oh my God.
The survivor would win the honor and the right to be chieftain.
What if they both die? Men don't think things through.
No, especially not in 1500s.
That's why I'm so nervous to have a boy. Do you know how many things I've seen online where it's like being a boy mom is like just the terror that little boys bring? I'm like, oh my God.
Because they're impulsive.
I am not ready. Our house is so not built for kids.
No.
We're going to have to. The baby proofing is just going to be insane.
Yeah, but luckily you got some time before.
We got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
We got some time.
Yeah.
And then we have to be like the TV your dad gave us.
Yeah.
It looks like glass steps. Like the part in front of it. Yeah, that's going to be something climbed on. Well, can't be climbed on because it's glass.
I could see the baby like trying to climb it to like get up, but not like actually climb the stairs.
God, I hope not.
God, you're going to stress your kid out with all the things you worry about. Going to climb up the glass stairs that hold the TV.
Who knows?
They look like stairs for a doll, not stairs for a human.
I don't know. I don't know what goes on in boy brains. I don't have a boy brain.
It's dumb, but it's not that dumb. Anyway, the survivor would win the honor and right to be chieftain. This story gives you an idea of what life was like in this castle for centuries. Kind of sets the scene, if you will.
It does, yes.
The O'Bannon clan was quickly pushed out by the ruling O'Carroll clan.
Did we ever get to know what happened when they jumped off?
One of them won and one of them did not.
Huh? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's no more details like who specifically it was, but one did win.
Okay.
So, but that didn't matter because they got kicked out anyway.
Right, yeah.
The castle was used to guard the Slev Bloom Mountains. I said Slev instead of sleeve because it looks like believe and might be the same, but it's Irish. So I figured Slev would be better.
Slev sounds nice.
Okay. It's not even close to how it's spelled. It is said that no castle was more well fortified than Leap Castle. The O'Carrolls were fierce, brutal, and hellbent on domination.
Oh, nice.
They were known for their vicious attacks. They would often kill others and kill each other to gain more and more power. By 1642, the castle was taken over by an English soldier of the Cromwellian forces named John Darby. Not like Cromwell, like from Halloween Town, but Cromwell, like I think it's like William Cromwell or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know.
I wouldn't have thought it was Halloween Town, but thank you.
I didn't either until just now. The Darbys inhabited the castle from 1642 to 1922. It was abandoned until 1974 when it was bought by an Australian, Peter Bartlett. Bartlett began the process of restoring the castle, and the work continued with the Ryans when they purchased the castle in the early 90s. The Ryans are the current owners of the house, and they can confirm some of the ghostly sightings that are associated with the Leap.
Ooh.
According to the Leap Castle website, there are many reasons why the Leap Castle is so haunted. One of them being the decades of bloodshed and tragedy that occurred inside the castle walls. We know about the two O'Bannon brothers and how they decided to determine who would be the chief of the clan.
Yep.
When the O'Carroll clan took over, they were hostile and extremely volatile. They would kill anyone who got in their way of growing power. It is believed that the unfortunate victims of the O'Carrolls still roam the halls. More on that part later.
Oh, good.
The Leap Castle website also mentions the role that the Druidic initiation had on the energy of the castle. They said, quote, the Druids knew the area was dense in spiritual energy. Leap Castle is situated over the crossing of two ley lines.
Ooh, we love ley lines.
I thought you'd like this. And in these areas, the veneer between the physical and spirit realms is thinner and much more permeable. This permeability and natural energy allows entities to manifest much more readily than in a normal location. Any thought or action in these areas, whether positive or negative, has a much stronger and more focused effect.
Ooh.
A lot of the sightings of these spirits began with Mildred Darby.
Mildred.
Mildred was married to Jonathan Charles Darby in 1889. Mildred was into the occult and would conduct seances in the castle chambers.
Naturally.
Love Mildred.
Okay, good.
Mildred would share stories of, quote, noises like furniture being moved more frequently, heard at night, and strangers staying with us have often asked why the servants turned out the rooms underneath them at such an unusual hour.
Strangers staying with them?
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
I guess.
Huh, interesting.
Times are different back then. Maybe
Yeah.
had, like people, I don't know. I have no idea.
Maybe not family.
The front doorbell sometimes rang and I have gone down but found no one.
The very first ding dong ditch.
Yes. The current owner, Sean Ryan, has heard chanting coming from outside the castle and has had his name called. Both Sean Ryan and the previous owner, Peter Bartlett, had strange experiences during their restoration efforts. Bartlett was not very specific, but he supposedly told a friend that there was an, quote, incredible amount of poltergeist activity that occurred while he was trying to restore parts of the castle.
No.
Sean, however, was happy to share about what the spirits did to him when he was working on the castle. He said that his tools would be moved to a far corner when his back was turned. He had hired a carpenter who one day just never came back and never gave a reason for why he was leaving. One day, as he was working, the ladder he was on was pushed away from the wall, which forced him to jump several stories, fracturing his knee.
Oh my gosh.
When he tried to resume the work later on, there was another accident that resulted in a broken ankle. Sean did say that he let the spirits know that he was restoring the castle to ensure that it lasts a long time and to fix it up. And after that, he was left alone.
Okay.
So they just need to know his good intentions.
Right, like we're not destroying a whole
I think
wing
he's
of the
looking for
castle.
Joe. Okay. So now we're going to get into like the ghost stories.
Ugh, love it.
When you read about the O'Carroll clan, you will find that a lot of people were murdered and there were a lot of people who were murderers.
Okay.
The great-grandson of the first chieftain in Leap Castle, Firgenhaneman,
Oh, that's what I wanted to
O'Carroll.
name my son.
yes, had murdered a guest at the dinner table and then he had his steward kill the guest's servant,
Oh.
only for him to later be murdered by the O'Muloys. Then his son, Tej, the one-eyed, quickly took charge after his father's murder.
Did he only have one eye?
I assume so. Tej, the one-eye,
That's so mean.
was then killed by his own kinsman, Charles O'Carroll. There's about 3 to 4 names that circulate this entire time. William, Tej, Charles, and I think a John is in there somewhere.
Gotta have a John in there.
Yeah, so we'll try to keep it straight. Okay. Charles was then slain by Tej's younger brother, William. Okay. William was, so now the younger brother, William was murdered by, I guess, O'Connor relatives, maybe marriage. I'm not sure who that is. But he had 4 sons.
Oh my God.
Tej.
Oh my God.
Mulrooney, John, and Charles. Okay. William, the dad, was succeeded by his son, John. Okay. Until he was killed the following year by his cousin, Mulrooney, 1-0.
I thought Mulrooney was his brother.
No.
Oh.
There's another Mulrooney.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Common name back then, I guess.
He was the son of Tej, the one-eyed. So you had Mulrooney, the son of William, and then Mulrooney, 1-0, the son of Tej, the one-eyed.
Ah, 1-0,
so he was killed by his cousin. Yeah. That murder was then avenged by one of John's brothers, Charles, and he became Prince of Ely, which is like where the castle is.
Wow.
Yeah.
So who's the prince?
Charles.
Okay.
Way down.
Right. Yeah.
Charles was then murdered in 1600.
Right when I thought I got it.
Yeah, Charles was then murdered in 1600. And this was supposedly retaliation because Charles had previously killed about 150 of his own men and some McMahon. McMahon. There we go. And some McMahon nobles. That sounds weird. It was believed that Charles lost trust in his men. Instead of paying them for their services, Charles and a few men he did trust had them killed while they all slept.
Oh my God.
After 50 years of this, the castle was given to the Darbys as payment for his military service in what? I don't know.
I've never seen Game of Thrones, but this sounds very Game of Thrones-y.
Yeah. Until it gets given to an Englishman, which I'm sure the Irish hated. So you can see why many of the victims of the O'Carroll clan possibly haunt the halls of the castle where they died.
Yes, I can see why.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. So one of the ghosts is believed to be a governess or nanny. She's often seen in the main hall and with 2 little girls, Emily and Charlotte. We'll get to them next.
Okay.
Those are the little girls.
Oh, okay.
Guests have reported being touched or having someone brush past them. A friend of Sean Ryan's was having lunch at the castle one day, and he and another guest saw a woman in Victorian attire as she was standing in the main hallway. They confirmed with each other that they both saw what they saw, and any skepticism that they might have had disappeared with the ghosts.
Ooh.
Mildred, love her, she once reported seeing an old man and described, quote, a little old man with green cutaway coat, knee breeches, and bright shoe buckles holding a leather bag in his hand. Sometimes seen with a little old woman with skinny hands, long black mitts, old-fashioned dress, and a big headdress.
They sound cute.
Both are sometimes seen with an old man dressed like a priest with an intensely cunning face. I don't know what that means. The green old man tries to stop people. End quote. So the 2 little girls, Emily and Charlotte, are also seen playing in the main hallway and sometimes running up and down the stairwell. The girls are thought to have lived at the castle during the 1600s and were possibly the last of the O'Carrolls or the first of the Darbys.
Oh my God.
It is believed that Emily was around 11 or 12 and Charlotte was 6 or 7. And the legend is that Emily died after falling off the castle roof. People have reported seeing a girl falling off the roof and disappearing before she hit the ground. Do you see why I stopped listening? Sean Ryan reports that he frequently heard the sound of a child's scream suddenly being cut out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awful.
Gets better. Charlotte has been seen with a deformed leg that, quote, is almost totally turned backwards and dragged backwards behind her when she is running after her sister.
Oh, no. No. Hate that.
Mildred described her experience with the girls, saying, quote, another night I was sleeping with my little girl, so like her daughter.
Right.
I awoke and saw a girl with long, fair hair standing at the fireplace, one hand at her side, the other on the chimney piece. Yeah, exactly like that, Lauren. Thinking at first it was my little girl, I felt the pillow to see if she were gone, but she was fast asleep. There was no fire or light of any kind in the room.
No.
So this next one, bit of a trigger warning. The spirit of the Red Lady started to be seen around the time of the Darby's ownership.
We have a red lady now.
Yeah.
Oh.
No white lady, red lady.
Okay.
She has been described as a very tall woman in a red dress.
Yeah.
The legend is that this woman, like I said, trigger warning, was captured and sexually assaulted by an O'Carroll.
Mm.
The woman got pregnant, and when the baby was born, they were quickly killed by the same O'Carroll.
Ugh.
Supposedly, the reason was that they could not afford to feed the child.
Oh.
Like why the guy killed. The woman was so upset that she took her own life with the same blade used on her child.
Oh.
The Red Lady is often seen carrying a dagger raised in her hand. There's also a strange aura that is seen like radiating from within her, around her, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
People who have encountered the Red Lady report a fierce cold that fills the room and seems to seep into your heart.
Oh.
Mildred described her experience in an article, Houska Castle, the House of Horror. She said, quote, "There is a tall, dark woman in the historic scarlet silk dress that rustles. She haunts the blue room, which always used to be the nursery, and sobs at the foot of the children's beds."
That's so sad.
Yes. So there's one spot in the castle that is home to many spirits. People passing the castle at night have reported seeing bright lights streaming out of the upper windows. One of the most famous ghosts is known as the O'Carroll priest. So after the death of Mulrooney O'Carroll, don't know which one,
Yeah.
have no idea which one, in 1532, there was a volatile power struggle within the family. Shocking.
Yeah. Wow.
The legend is that one O'Carroll murdered his own brother. The brother was a priest and was performing his sermon during a mass in the upper hall when his brother burst into the church and murdered him.
Oh.
It is said that that O'Carroll flew into a rage and, quote, slaughtered his brother where he stood. The priest's brother's spirit has been seen lurking on the stairway below the chapel and leaving the chapel down the northern stairs. Running away. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay.
But it gets even more sinister than brother-on-brother violence. Isn't that funny? There was a amulet, a small chamber located in the northeast corner of the chapel. It is believed that this chamber had been used to store valuables or a place to hide in a siege. However, the O'Carrolls had their own ideas on how to use the chamber.
Oh, God.
They modified it to serve as a small dungeon.
Nice.
Prisoners would be thrown into the chamber whether they were dead or dying. Abelet is
I could be saying it wrong.
probably. Yeah. It's French for to forget.
Yeah.
After someone was thrown in, they would simply be forgotten.
And I would read places that and sometimes it wasn't even people who were dying or dead. It was like people who were they did something wrong. This was their punishment.
Mm-hmm.
And they could smell the stuff in the castle and they could hear the life outside and they could hear everything, but they're in there and no one's going to get them.
That sucks.
Or they'd be fed just enough food to not be killed.
Right.
But
torture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some were so small that you couldn't sit or do anything other than stand.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The story.
And you could see up at the top, there's an opening at the top. Can't get to it. You will never get to it, but it is there.
Yeah.
Ugh.
There was one of the story on the podcast episode was, I think they called it the murder hole, which might be two separate things. I'm not really sure.
I feel like it could fit in this situation.
Yeah, hard to tell. But the story that he told was of this one guy. I don't know what he was doing because all I really checked in for was he falls into this hole and he's falling, and then he's pierced by a spike.
Ugh.
And then he sees his cousin.
Oh.
Who is barely alive. And he's trying to get his cousin to help him.
Uh-huh.
His cousin is, like I said, barely alive. I think the cousin crawls over zombie-like and starts, I don't know, eating the guy.
Oh.
Something like that. That's when I started to get nervous. I was like, this is not what I thought it was going to be. So.
Oh, all bad.
The chamber was discovered by the Darbys during some of the renovations. It is said that 150 people's remains, all bones, were removed from the chamber.
Wow.
Some believe that this disturbance of a burial site released some of the restless spirits into the castle.
Oh, interesting. I feel like you'd be pretty restless if that was your burial site, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last but not least, we come to the scariest thing that haunts the Leap Castle, in my humble opinion. There are many theories as to who or what is the entity called the Elemental.
Don't like that.
Shouldn't. We are going to focus on the theory that Mildred Darby, there was a bunch. We're going to focus on hers.
Okay.
So we're going to focus on the theory that Mildred Darby awoke or summoned the elemental with her seances and other occult things.
I mean, I can't say that sounds far-fetched.
One thing to know about it, is that it only makes its presence known when people provoke it.
No.
It is thought that sweet Mildred unknowingly provoked the dark entity with her occult dabbling.
Oh, poor Mildred.
Shortly after the time the oblette was discovered, Mildred had her first encounter with the elemental, or it. This is how she described it in her article. I
Okay.
feel like she does a good job of making it sound freaky. Quote, "Suddenly, 2 hands were laid on my shoulders. I turned round sharply and saw, as clearly as I saw you now, a gray thing, standing a couple feet from me, with its bent arms raised as if it were cursing me. I cannot describe in words how utterly awful the thing was, its very undefiableness, rendering the horrible shadow more gruesome. Human in shape, a little shorter than I am, I could just make out the shape of a big black holes like great eyes and sharp features. But the whole figure, head, face, hands, and all was gray, unclean, bluish gray, something of the color and appearance of common cotton wool.
Mhm.
But oh, so sinister, repulsive, and devilish. My friends who are clever about occult things say it is what they call an elemental. The thing was about the size of a sheep, thin, gaunt, and shadowy parts.
The size of a sheep?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Its face was human, or to be more accurate, inhuman in its vileness, with large holes of blackness for eyes, loose, slobbery lips, and thick saliva dripping jaw, slopping back suddenly into its neck.
Ew.
Nose? It had none. Only spreading cancerous cavities, the whole face being a uniform tint of gray.
She sounds just like how you would tell us something. Nose? It had none.
This, too, was the color of the dark, coarse hair covering its head, neck, and body. Its forearms were thickly coated with the same hair, so were its paws,
Ew.
large, loose, and hand-shaped, and it sat on its hind legs. One hand or paw was raised, and a claw-like finger extended, ready to scratch the paint. Its lustreless eyes, which seemed half decomposed and looked incredibly foul, stared into mine, and the horrible smell, which had before offended my nostrils, only 100 times intensified, coming up to my face, filling me with deadly nausea. I noticed the lower half of the creature was indefinite and seemed semi-transparent at least. I could see the framework of the door that led into the gallery through its body. End scene. There are a few recent stories of encounters with it, maybe the early aughts,
Mm-hmm.
but theirs weren't really much different than that.
Okay, so at least it's consistent.
And like I said, it only happens if you provoke it.
Right.
So it's not going to just show up if you go there.
Okay. So as long as you're nice.
Right. In conclusion, this castle is scary as fuck and I won't go near it. And that is Leap Castle.
Fun. I don't think it would be one I would go to either. It's not going to be my running castle.
I'm not even going to go outside of it.
Why?
Because apparently you see shit outside. Lights on that shouldn't be on, a girl falling from the roof.
Right. I forgot about the girl falling from the roof thing. Don't like that.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
you
like
can
that.
see shit and hear shit from outside.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
That one was on every list of haunted castle. Leap Castle.
And obviously.
Well, yeah.
And the fact that the Leap Castle hasn't been turned into a movie, a scary movie.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it has. Maybe it's inspired a movie.
I can't think of one.
Because you're the best person to ask about scary movies.
Oh, no. I feel like I would remember one where it had murderous Irish clans.
I really
killing
don't
each
think
other.
you would, though, because you wouldn't have even started watching it in the first place.
But some of them I've heard about, and actually, that's not true. I've heard about a lot, and I have no idea what they're about. I don't know the plot line of Saw at all.
Of Saw?
Yeah.
I've only watched 1 or 2 of those, and even before I watched them, I knew the plot line.
No idea.
Interesting.
I know the plot of It, but that's against my will. I now know The Conjuring is the doll, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. So I now know that.
Good.
Tales of Eyes, couldn't tell you.
Okay. Wrong Turn.
Never even heard of it.
Okay.
What other scary movies are there?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other
now know
franchises.
I think I know now what Scream is about. I think.
Okay.
It's calling and tormenting people.
Yeah.
It's
That's how
satirical.
it starts. That's how it starts.
I think.
What about the It's not. It's it likes to say that it's meta.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about Halloween? Not Halloween Town. Halloween.
No.
With Mike
I
Myers.
have no idea.
Okay.
Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm assuming someone's dreaming something.
They are, yeah.
Yeah, no idea.
Well, I'll give you a whole rundown one day.
You don't need to. I'm fine.
You're fine living how you are now.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything.
Oh, but you are.
No. You know, I would expect that from anybody who is going to have empathy for me and my scaredness, it would be you because you were once an ally.
I was. I remember when we thought, like, we didn't want to watch Taken because we thought Taken was going to be a scary movie.
That was a good movie, though.
It was a good movie.
But yeah, remember
we were proved wrong that point.
Yeah. But we were at our friend's house. I think they were watching like the Blair Witch Project.
Oh, yeah.
And we said nope. And so we took a nap in her room while I watched it.
That's happened a couple of times when people have watched scary movies, we would go somewhere else.
Yes. It's still my MO.
Yeah, no, now I'm like, all right, I'm ready.
Nope.
Like Joe and I, like for Halloween, we're like, okay, what scary movie can we watch tonight?
Ugh.
It's the only time that he like really indulges my wanting to watch a scary movie. Sometimes he's like, why does it always have to be a scary movie? I'm like, because they're good.
You know the movie we watched together recently?
The Gorge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about my limit.
I mean, that was still, it had some scary parts. So I was proud of you.
My watch started freaking out about my heart rate. Said, your heart rate's up to 120 and you're sitting down.
What are you doing? Do we need to call the ambulance?
Yeah. I'm like, no, my best friend is just torturing me with a scary movie. Nothing, no big deal.
Well, nice job on this castle.
Thanks. It's scary. And like it looks scary from the outside because it's so old and like they're still like renovating it.
Oh.
But I will say the castle website has like a lot of great pictures.
Good for them.
Obviously, it doesn't have some from like the beginning.
Right, as they probably wouldn't be able to.
But they have as early as like early 1900s.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'll have no problem getting pictures.
Well, then this was a perfect thing to end on. A super haunted castle.
Yeah.
Very scary castle to close out spooky season.
I did spooky things yesterday on accident.
I know.
Actually, not on accident. I was forced.
You were forced.
I was forced.
Against your will.
Against my will. You know?
But you did it. You embraced spooky season. We hope everyone is embracing spooky season.
Any way you would like.
Any way you would like.
You don't have to be into scary things to like spooky season.
Right. Exactly.
We're not exclusive.
Right. Exactly.
So.
If you have fun Halloween costumes, send them to us. Fun Halloween decorations, send them to us.
Yeah.
We love pets. Send us pet costumes.
Gosh, yes, please. I might post the video when we post about this of me with the board.
I think you should. It's very funny.
You hear them chanting and then you just see me in the corner. Like, this is not good.
I'm not part of this.
This is not good.
We can be found pretty much everywhere at a Scary State podcast or Scary State Pod.
Yeah.
So I think that's all we have.
That's all I got.
So stay scary.
And stay safe.